The Gan 356XS is the predecessor to the popular Gan 356X, and it is a revolutionary 3x3 packed with tons of awesome features. I'm really excited to review this cube, so let's just get straight into it. A while ago, I uploaded a video called Gan 356XS Innovation at its Greatest, which sort of went over the customization features of the Gan 356XS, but not really going into too much detail. So, right off the bat, I'm just gonna go over the customization settings real quick. So, inside the box, you of course have the cube, like a cube soft guide, user manual sort of thing, and of course we have the customization tool. So basically, when it comes in the box, you get this little transparent little tool to adjust the spring compression, as well as these. So these, let me just take off the center cap real quick. So as you can see, there are kind of two components here. There's the little blue colored, sort of like a hexagon shape, as well as a slightly larger, sort of a clear, transparent kind of GES nut underneath. So basically what this does is the blue part here, as you can see, there's a few numbers here. This says 1, 3, and on these blue nuts is setting 2 and 4. These are for the tensions. So basically, it's the equivalent of using a screwdriver to tighten up your cube. And then underneath that, we have this clear GES nut, which is basically like swapping out the springs of a Gan cube. But the thing is, swapping out the springs can be quite time consuming. Like in the Gan X, we had to swap out the springs, and that was quite time consuming. But now, instead of having to swap out the springs, all we need to do is to take this tool and we can just put it in place, and then we turn counterclockwise. So the higher it is, so right now it's at its highest point on level with the blue hexagon. This is the loosest, so the loosest spring compression, and as you turn it more times, it gets tighter and tighter until it finally pops all the way back up. So it comes back to the loosest setting. So I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 settings. Right now I have it on the tighter setting, which is like when the clear GS nut is at its lowest point. And so basically for this blue color tensioning thing, it affects the corner cutting of the cube. So the blue color affects the corner cutting and whether or not it corner twists or pops. Whereas the the bigger clear colored GS nut at the bottom is basically like affecting the speed and stability of this cube. Like, whereas the blue color hexagon thing adjusts the tension, which is more which affects corner cutting and corner twists more than the clear thing. So if you are experiencing a lot of corner twists, you might want to tighten up the blue thing. So right now I have it on setting number 3. As you can see here, the sort of clear little thing is pointing towards the number 3, and number 3 is the second loosest setting. I think the lower the number, the tighter it gets. So out of the box, it came out at number 1, which is a bit too tight for me, so I loosened it up to number 3, which made it perform a lot better. And remember, if you think it's too fast or if it's like uncontrollable, then make sure that you tighten this clear thing by using the tool provided. If you want to change the tension, you have this option of the blue hexagon. But if you think that neither 1 or 3 works well for you, you might want to try and change it out for one of these blue colored springs, which will give you options 2 and 4. So other than adjusting the tension and the spring compression, we also have the option to adjust the magnet. As you can see here, my magnet is currently at the outermost spot, but I can actually push it inwards, if you see here. As you can hear, it clicks, and when it clicks, it actually moved down a little bit. And there's 3 settings. There's the setting at the outermost point, which is I think the strongest, and then we have the middle, and then we have the lower setting, which is actually the weaker. So you go from weak to medium to strong. So I'll put this at the microphone so you can hear it. So that's basically the clicking sound. So when it clicks, then you'll know that you've managed to adjust it. So right now I have it on the strongest setting, and I think that works well for this cube. But if you, for example, you like faster feel with less resistance after each turn, then maybe you might want to try out the middle or the weaker settings. So now that I've finished talking about the customization options on this cube, I'm gonna dive in and give you my thoughts on the overall performance on this cube. But as we all know, personal preference can play a huge part in how much we like a certain puzzle. So I have asked a few of my friends to give their thoughts on the Gan 356 XS, and I have included their opinions on the Gan 356 XS in this video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The corner cutting on the Gan 356 XS is insane. It's easily past 45 degrees, bordering on 55-60 degrees. Reverse corner cutting is also extremely good, allowing this cube to corner cut almost everywhere, even on reasonably tight tensions such as setting 1 and setting 2. Out of the box, this cube is extremely stable, especially compared to cubes such as the Valk Elite M and Moyu Weilong WRM, which are very uncontrollable out of the box. However, this cube can also be customized to be fast if you prefer fast cubes. The combination of the Gan Magnet System version 2, Gan Elasticity and Tension System allows you to customize this cube to almost any feel to fit your turning style. This cube is super light, at 68 grams, making it the lightest flagship 3x3 to date. The weight of this cube makes practicing for long periods of time easier and much less tiring on the hands. It also makes this cube much better for one-handed. The 56mm size is pretty standard, maybe slightly bigger than average, but as I said in my Diane Guhong V3M review, link in description, I really don't think size makes a huge difference in 3x3. At $62 US, this cube is pretty expensive, but if you are serious about 3x3 or happen to have $62 lying around, I think it's worth the price. The vast number of customization options make it almost impossible to not find a setting that works for you. Whereas when you buy other cubes that may be cheaper, it's sort of a gamble as you don't know if it will fit your personal preference. Now, I'm gonna have a bunch of my cubing friends give their thoughts on the Gan 356 XS to make this review as objective as possible.
Hi guys, Justin here. The Gan XS is the newest Gan flagship, and it is a top performing cube. You can vary the cube settings a lot, and many feels can be made on this cube. I have my Gan XS as number 4 for the numerical variable nut, which is the blue thing, the second tightest setting for the GMS Pro, which is the transparent thing, and the strongest magnet setting. Out of the box, this cube was super fast and snappy. However, after I found my preferred settings and breaking the cube in, the XS has a smooth feel and amazing corner cutting. It is surprisingly stable considering its light weight of 67 grams. The XS is fast, allowing me to turn at my optimal speed effortlessly. I don't have any problems with the XS, thus I switched from my main, the GTS 2M, to the XS immediately after getting the XS. I now average low 10, and I would definitely recommend this cube if you want the best cube on the market now. One downside is that the stickless version comes with a matte finish, causing the cube to feel slippery out of the box. However, after breaking in, the feel goes away, and I actually prefer this feel to other cubes. Another downside is that this cube is rather expensive at $60 USD, so if price is a problem, I would recommend cheaper cubes, as you can certainly do well on them.
Hey guys, it's Bryan. The Gan XS is without a doubt my main. Compared to the Valk 3 Elite M, this cube is much faster and suits my turning style. I set the tension of my Gan XS to 4, while my spring tension is set to 3 clicks. I do not get any pops or corner twists with this cube and rarely get lockups. The Gan XS is also my one-handed main, and the simple adjustable magnet system allows me to change my magnet strength easily to the weakest for one-handed solving, as I use the strongest magnet strength for two-handed solving. The one thing that I dislike is that sometimes the lightweightness of the cube makes it hard to control, and I get +2s more often than other cubes. Despite that, I still believe that this is the best flagship 3x3 on the market, and I would strongly encourage you to get this cube if you are able to afford it.
Hey guys, Dean here. For starters, the feeling of this cube is phenomenal and hard to put into words. It's definitely one of the best feeling cubes that I've tried to date. even beating some of my previous mains, such as the Vault 3M and the Weilong WRM. For those of you that love doing long sessions like me, I highly recommend investing in this cube, despite the hefty $70 price tag. All the muscle cramps and the fatigue from your hands will go away when having such a light and easy turning cube, just like this one. It's also one of the main reasons why the Gan X wasn't my main, as it was just way too heavy and hard to turn, especially when it's compared to modern flagships. The cube seems perfect and all, however, there is one major downside. It's corner cutting. Despite putting my cube on the third loser's tension at number 3, the cube can barely even corner cut 45 degrees. Being an aggressive turner, the cube locks up all the time during my solves, and is a major reason why my times are so inconsistent on this cube. Overall, it's still a fantastic cube, and it's worth the splash of cash on. Hopefully you enjoyed my review.